Hi, welcome. I am Brittany with Birth It Forward, certified birth and bereavement doula, certified yoga instructor, and family photographer. I think I'm going to do some chair yoga today. So grab a chair. You can also do it off of just anything that is about sitting height. So you could do it off your couch. You could do it off of a yoga ball. You can use a kitchen chair, folding chair, something that's just going to be sturdy, a coffee table, just some things that give you that yoga height. So when we sit, you want to make sure you're always at the very edge of your chair. So your sit bones are at the edge of that chair. If you want, you can grab a block or some pillows, something to help give you some support as we do some of these positions. Okay, so let's start by taking a deep breath and just kind of centering ourselves. Breathe in and let it out. Just begin to center your body, center your mind. In and let it out. On this next one, we're going to do a gentle back bend at the top. Deep breath in through your nose. Let it out. Breathe back in as we come forward and let it down. You probably felt a deep stretch here in your upper abdomen. Let's have a seat. And if you have a block, put that block right under your feet. Set your feet on your block. You can use a couple of pillows just to give you a little height. But then we're going to drop our knees into a supported hot horse pose. Deep breaths. Just allow your hips to fall open. You can place your hands on your belly. You can place your hands in prayer, or you can place them on your knees. Keeping your back straight and tall as we breathe in through the nose. Open the jaw and push that air out like you're breathing onto a glass window to fog it up. And you can also do that with your mouth closed. Just open the back of your throat as we do that smooth breath. Sorry, let me fix my sock. It's gonna drive me nuts. Okay. Just allow your hips to relax, bringing those knees back closed. You can keep your feet on the block or drop them off of the block. We're going to just kind of brace yourself on the back of your chair and do that windshield wiper motion with your knees. I find it easier to go up on my toes, up on the balls of my feet. Breathe. Okay. That was just to warm up our hips a little bit. I'm going to scoot my block out of the way. If you're sitting in a chair that's at a right angle, this is perfect. That's perfect. If not, you might, if you're lower on the couch maybe, you might need to pull your lower legs forward a little bit so that as you bring, we're going to put our right ankle on top of that knee. And if it's too high, just walk that left foot forward and it'll lower your right leg. So I'm going to keep it nice and parallel with the floor. Deep breath, keeping your core engaged, keeping your pelvic floor engaged. So holding those muscles in and together as you keep your back straight and tall. Again, here you can put a hand on your belly. You can hold your ankle or put your hand on your knee. Using your breath, send it to those muscles, allowing those muscles to relax. Feel free to drop your chin to your chest. We can get a stretch along the spine and neck. Find that tension and use your breath to help you relax those muscles that are tense and tight. Raise your chin and see if you can rotate your hips to the left. If we were lying on the floor, this hip would fall all the way over and your foot would touch the floor. So we're going to intensify that stretch along our outer hip here. Using that breath. Bring it back to center. Let's see if we can open the hip going the other way. Deep breaths. And coming back to center on your exhale. Let's lower that foot. And we're going to switch feet here. So bring your left foot up, crossing your knee. Just allow your foot to relax in a neutral position. Remember to sit nice and straight and tall. Excuse me. Did I hiccup? Breathing in through the nose, opening the back of the throat, and breathing out. Engaging your core, engaging your pelvic floor, and lifting those muscles. Lean forward slightly to increase the tension and the stretch that you feel in your outer hip. Drop your chin to your chest to feel a stretch along your back. This is a great move if you are having issues with sciatica or lower back pain through your pregnancy. Breathe through any of that tension. Coming back up to center, we're going to pull that leg across the body, opening the right hip while we feel a deeper stretch through the left hip and a little more toward the front of the leg. Great job. Deep breaths here. This one keeps you a little more off balance, so just sit up straight and tall for this. Keeping your pelvic floor and your core engaged. To help with that balance, bring it back up. We're going to twist the other direction. Great. Come back up to center. Put that foot back on the floor. Might be a little tingly. Place your hands behind you. Engage your core. So I'm not engaged and I'm engaged. Engage your pelvic floor and lift. And we're going to do a chest opener here. Doing kind of a cat-cow. Open that chest. Let me show you what that looks like going in this direction. So we're sitting, neutral spine, hands back, not engaged, engaged, lifting, looking straight ahead, and begin to push your chest forward, chin up for cat-cow. And then breathe out, engaging that core and curling around your baby. Breathe in. Opening your chest. Arching your back, making space for your belly. Then curling back around. Using your core to pull your belly back in. Let's move again. Great job. I'll turn my chair back straight. Okay, let's keep focusing on that sciatica. So keeping your left leg bent, put your right foot forward, leg straight, and from the hips, begin to hinge forward. So you can also, especially with belly in the way, you can widen that left leg to give your belly space to come forward. Toes, we're going to flex them and pull them up. Resituate your bottom as you need to. As we hinge forward, keeping our back a little more straight. So what that's going to look like from the side. I'm on the very edge of my chair, and my back is straight as I begin to hinge forward from the hips. Feeling that stretch through my hamstring and my calf with my toes flexed. Pointing straight up. You can point them down, and you'll feel a little more stretch along your shin. And then point them up, feeling that stretch along the calf. Keeping your back straight, you can drop your chin to your chest with a curl at the upper back, but you don't want to curl your lower back. You want to just curl your upper back. As we kind of curl around the baby and deepen that stretch a little more. You're welcome to keep the back straight as we come down to our toes. Just go as far as you are comfortable. You don't have to go all the way. Breathe deeply, feeling that stretch. Point your toes here, feeling that stretch along the front of your shin. Great, come back up, hinging from the hips, keeping your core engaged. So we're going to do the back leg next. Again, sitting straight up with toes flexed, pointing toward the ceiling. We're engaging our core and hinging forward until you feel that tension begin. Deep breaths. Releasing that tension. On the exhale, see if you can go a little deeper into that position. If you want, you can drop your chin to your chest, keeping your lower back straight. Pointing those toes to get the stretch along the front of your leg, the shin. Slowly make your way back up as you inhale. We did have our heads lower than our heart, so go nice and slow, allowing that blood to return to your body. I'm going to rotate my chair. We're going to continue focusing on the sciatica and the hips, lower back, and opening those hips up. So for this next one, we're going to simulate one of those low side lunges. So just go as far as your body is comfortable. Your right knee is going to stay bent at a 45-degree angle, so toward the corner of your mat. Your left leg is going to fall open, with your toes facing forward. It's the same as if we were going to be doing one of these, but we're going to be sitting in the chair. Okay, so we're on the very edge of our chair. Feeling that stretch along the inner thighs, preparing our hips for labor, for the birth of our babies. Hands are stretching. There we go. Breathing deep, feeling that stretch all through this inner thigh here. If you feel comfortable with it, see if you can turn your body just a little bit towards your knee. If you want, you can try and hinge forward a little bit. I'm gonna fall off my chair. Keeping those hips tucked. We don't want to arch the back. We want to tuck them. I noticed I was doing that, so I just want to remind you. Let's switch legs. Bring your left leg forward gently. That could have put a lot of pressure on your knee. There we go. Feeling that stretch along the inner thigh. Make sure you don't fall off of your chair. Again, tucking those hips, you'll feel a deeper stretch by tucking. So, not tucked, tucked. You can see that roll of my hip, the way we're rolling it. If you can lean forward a little. Good job. Coming back up. Deep breaths. Now we're going to keep our right thigh on the chair and do a high lunge. Keeping your hands where you're supported on the chair. Your toes of your left leg, which are the one that is toward the back. Your toes are holding you in. Breathe deep. You're going to feel a stretch all along this hip flexor and inner groin. If you are able to, see if you can arch a little bit. You will deepen that stretch along the hip flexor and inner groin. Good. See if you can come forward. If you need to, pull your right leg more toward the back of the chair and almost put your belly on the chair as you lean forward. You can use your block in front of you here, or you can just come all the way forward, putting your body on your chair. Just relax your legs here. That's okay if you can't do that. You can also slide to the side, putting your hip on the edge of the chair so that you have more space for your belly. Again, you can use a block or put your hands on the floor. When you're ready, roll back up. We're going to switch sides. Feeling that stretch along the top of that thigh felt great. So again, I've got both hands supporting me on this chair. In my high lunge. Okay. Deep breaths. Begin Begin to lean forward. If you can place your hands on the floor. You might feel a stretch along your back if you have tension in your back. If you need to, slide your feet over, slide your body to the very edge of your chair to give your belly space. Keeping your left knee directly over your ankle. So don't let that ankle come back. And I can't see it very well with my arms in front of it. But you want your knee directly over your ankle. Great job coming back up. Let's work on those outer hips a little bit. Center everything, refocus. So we're going to take our left foot, kind of put it in the same spot as our right foot. Our right foot, we're going to cross it over the hip. If your belly's in the way, lean back a little bit, lift your belly up, resituate where you need to. Your left foot is going to be in the center line of your body, and your right foot, try and bring that right next to your leg. If you can wrap it around. It's a little much for me at the moment, but put it right next to your leg or wrap those toes around your leg. We're holding it here. We're going to take our left hand up first, and our right is going to go underneath your arm for an eagle pose. Feeling that stretch through your shoulders and through your outer hip. Lift your arms up, and you'll feel a deeper stretch through your shoulders and neck, where most of us hold a lot of tension. If you want, you can drop your chin to your chest to increase the stretch. Great job. Release your right arm and then your left, and then we can take your right leg down, switching legs. Right arm is going to go up first this time. Your left arm is going to go under, and try and touch palms. If this is as far as you can go, that is okay. Deep breaths as we stretch. When you're ready, drop your chin to your chest to increase the stretch of your shoulders and neck. Left arm down first, followed by the right. Release your left leg. Babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, we're going to do a goddess pose next. So for this one, goddess pose is a wide leg squat, a high squat. So we're going to open our legs, keeping your pelvis tucked. So without the chair, it looks like this. We're going to stay seated on our chair. Make sure it doesn't fall behind you. Toes are at a 45-degree angle. Arms come up. Pelvis is tucked, so you don't want it arched. You want it nice and tucked in. Deep breaths holding this pose. You're going to feel the strength in your outer legs. You can also bring your hands to center, to chest in prayer, or you can keep them in cactus arms pose. Engaging that core, engaging your thighs to keep them open. I'm going to bring my hands to my chest for prayer. If you feel like it, you can lean forward and you'll increase a stretch as well as strengthening. Feel free to put your hands to the floor. keeping your bottom in your chair, feeling that stretch along the inner thighs. Keeping your back straight, so if you need to, grab your block to give you a little more height. You can go sideways, tall, flat, or floor. This is almost like Happy Baby, but sweeter. If you can, walk your toes out and do a wide leg forward fold. Feeling that stretch all along the inner thighs, behind your knees, possibly having your chair sliding from the pressure. But we're in a seated forward fold. You can have your block here again, just to give you a little more height. You can go up even higher on the side of the block here as well. Drop your chin to your chest and just relax your body in this pose. When you're ready, come back up. So walk your feet in so you have something nice and solid underneath you as you raise your body back up to a seated position. Now breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today for some prenatal and postpartum chair yoga. Make sure you follow us and like our channel, subscribe, hit the bell button so you're notified when we have our next video. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again on Tuesday for Birth Tip Tuesday.